Welcome to our cozy Victorian cottage kitchen renovation. In this video I'm showing you how we've renovated our 1800s charming home while trying to preserve its classic character. From vintage touches that has made a huge impact. If you love timeless style with a touch of cottage charm, you are in for a treat. Let's step inside together and get started. Well, we very much live in a working kitchen. We are definitely in between meals right in this minute, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk you through some of the updates that we have been making in our kitchen. If you've been following along for the last few weeks, then you will know that we have been renovating. We are still renovating technically. Not everything is finished for sure, but it is functioning. The basic level things are there. We do not have handles yet. We have not painted the walls or paneled the walls, and we have not got windowsills, and the windows also need a little bit more work. A lot of work. So I thought it was a great day to spend inside to update you on some of our kitchen updates. We are going for more of a cottage, cozy style kitchen. We do live in a very old house. This house was built in the 1800s. So although we've gone for quite a basic IKEA kitchen, I was really keen to add certain features to keep kind of the timeless and the old feel of the home rather than just completely knock it out and make it feel brand new. It does look brand new at the moment, but I'm hoping as time goes on that I will kind of add features that make it feel cozy, cottagey, and less white boxy. I'm not about a white box room, but our cupboards are pretty standard and basic. I will give you an IKEA kitchen, sort of a review, a look at our IKEA kitchen. If that's something that interests you, that might not interest you at all. So if that does, then please let me know down in the comments below, because I'm happy to do a video all about that. We have not got handles yet. I'm really looking forward to handles, so much so that, you know, I just need a handle here especially. This is the cutlery drawer, and this is a string that Josh has put on because the amount of times I go into this drawer specifically, it requires a makeshift handle. I'm yet to decide on handles, honestly. This is why we don't have any, because I have some decision fatigue with the handles. Yes, sweetheart? Your white car. My children will most certainly be in and out because, like I said, working kitchen, relatively small house, not much downstairs room. But they are happy and free to come in if they like. But first, I feel like we definitely need a coffee. My children are looking at the other side of the screen, so they're watching me on the camera, which they find very entertaining. So let's start with this side here. So our previous kitchen actually ended at this beam here. The worktops ended here, so I'll insert some history and some B-roll footage of what the kitchen was like before. But this basically was shifted on up. The fridge was over here. Well, originally their original fridge was over on this column here. But we moved our big fridge here, and then the kitchen ended along this line. So we decided to take this whole kitchen out to this side here, just to give us that little bit more worktop and that little bit more space. And this is actually part of the dining room space, which I will show you in a little bit as well. And we've included a wall light at the top here, just as a bit of a focus in this area. And this has been really nice just to have that extra space and lots of drawers underneath here. And we are planning on homeschooling their children, so I plan on this spot being like a little where I get kind of my work done for that and planning and things. And this bottom drawer down here full of books and our breakfast books, breakfast Bibles, stuff like that. Bible that we read over breakfast, and our books that we read over our meals too. So this is just kind of a fun working station. I've been prepping the meals here and serving up the meals ready to be taken to the table, which is literally right in front. It then drops down into a bench in the dining room, but I will show you that in a little bit. So moving on here, we have our 110 centimeter range oven, which I absolutely love. We bought this secondhand from Facebook Marketplace and we installed it into our old kitchen. I do a lot of cooking. I love cooking. I love feeding my family. So having this huge space here is wonderful and is a dream come true a little bit. I think my ultimate dream is probably an Aga, but obviously we can cope with this for now. It is a double oven with a grill, a warming plate. It's got 5 hobs and I use it all the time. It's a little bit faffy to clean, but I do think that it's totally worth it. I end up just having to take off the grates and clean in the cracks a little bit every day, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So it's been so fun cooking with this. I've been cooking with this for a while now, but this was definitely something I wanted to keep in the kitchen because it's that old style piece in a newer space. Feels like it centers and grounds the space. Up here we will be doing an extractor fan, and hopefully we're going to do like a build around it with some trim to make it look a little bit more ornate and old style. Again, I don't want to take away from the character and the history of the home. The ceilings in this room are original to the house. They are shiplapped, panelled, whatever you want to call it. We do plan on adding more coving around the top and panelling as well a lot of the wall space, just to kind of keep it, one, I love the paneling look, and two, to kind of keep it in that character. I'm not sure whether I want to panel all the way to the ceiling and have it all be kind of a panelled room, which makes it feel quite cottagey, quite farmhousey, quite old style, or whether to do paneling up to a certain amount with a shelf. Do let me know what you think, because I can't make the decision, my husband can't make the decision. We're just a little bit lost on that one. And in terms of wall colour for the walls, I want to bring a little bit of warmth. The cabinets are grey. It was an IKEA kitchen, like I've said before, and so they only had certain cabinet colours to choose from. And so I went for the grey colour, which I think was the nicest of the bunch. However, I don't want to just be grey everywhere. I do want to bring in some kind of greyish sort of scales style stuff. So I've chosen a few different wall colours that I will show you, but I think what we will be going for is this one down here, which is goose feathers, Valspar paint. Again, I think it'll be something that we try a little bit, see how it looks on and around, and then maybe change our minds. But I've decided that this place is a really cute space for chopping boards and kind of a decorative space. It's been really fun to cook here and to be right next to the oven. I've been cooking with my daughter Mercy, haven't we, Mercy? We've been cooking together here and doing our baking and having lots of fun, haven't we? And then underneath this is our cutlery drawer, which has got the basic IKEA storage underneath. Definitely worth getting just to keep everything clear and organised, although it doesn't look so organised at the moment, but I feel like it's an organised mess because I know what's in there. And then we have gone for drawers all the way across this space. I just feel like drawers are easier to use, easier to access. You can see everything that's in it. It feels like a really great choice. Now, so we move on to the fridge here. Around the fridge, I was a little bit specific, and IKEA were okay with it. But I got them to kind of do as much as they can to take this to the ceiling. Again, an update that I'll share with you in time is we will be paneling this, and I'm thinking I might add some shelves, some trim, some kind of decorative pieces up here, maybe a chopping board, shelf or something like that, maybe some hooks. Just lots of details to come, but for now it's just one flat panel. I might even trim around it and do some kind of decorative trim. There's lots of plans with this, but it's nice for now, just a big blank space. And I did ask them to take it to the ceiling. We have got quite tall ceilings in this house. And then we come over to the fridge surround up here. Now they're cupboards. They didn't actually have cupboards that reached to the top or in that particular height. So I decided just to do a panel across the top, and then I will fill it in. Me and my husband will fill it in with some trim across the top. Then up here we have two big storage cupboards that I can't really reach, but with a stool easily accessible, and it's very easy to keep all the stuff that I don't use so much, I won't reach for all the time, but extra storage. Because I wanted open shelves, I didn't really want a lot of upper cabinets. I was really trying to maximize the space in the design around to get as much storage in as possible while keeping a lot of it open, because as you can see, we've got wall lights around. Oh, I really wanted the lights on the walls, and we've got to finish the lights at the top as well. So these are beautiful finds from Dunelm. They were in the sale, reduced, and there were 5 of them, and we need 5 wall lights for the space. It was a dream come true, and we've also got the matching ones to go above through to the kitchen. We've got one here, one here, and one here, and I'm looking to replace the one in the dining room. I have found a beautiful one that will hopefully go up there, and we've got some in the dining room as well, haven't we, Mercy? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got quite a few, haven't we? I like my wall lights, don't I, Mercy? Yeah, 6. And then coming across here, we've got like a bit of an appliance station, a bit of a tea station. I liked the idea of standing from there and not seeing all of the stuff. We've got a microwave that's coming soon, a kettle, my KitchenAid, and just a bit of a decorative spot, but it's quite nice to have extra workspace here. And then I will also be doing paneling up here and wall shelves here with pegs, maybe hanging mugs up, decorative pieces, all of that sort of good stuff as well. And then down here we decided to do, obviously looking a little bit unfinished as it stands, but we decided to do a seating area bench. And this bench is just a little bit of a dream. It's nice to sit for the children to sit down, put their shoes on, and have that kind of space to store their things, store their coats, store their shoes, and it not be kind of traipsed in the middle of the floor, because this is the door that we use the most in our house. So we use this door all the time. This is our main entrance to the house. We will be replacing the door. Anyone that's been to our house will know what a pain this door is to get in. I'll show you. Okay, it's an old door. You have to tug at it to get into it, so obviously not ideal. We will be changing that and replacing that. Ignore these colours here, definitely not what I'm going for, but it was just a paint sample I think I tried 2 years ago now, and it's still been there. So as you walk in, I wanted a cupboard space where we can keep coats, hoover, mop, that kind of random stuff, in and out stuff, the nappy bag, just a space for it to come in, dump it down, and it be out the way rather than bringing it and traipsing it into the rest of the house. Across here I'll be doing paneling and a peg system up here, but I'll show you that when we do it. I'm very excited. We have some quite random sized windows in this house, which is, I love it, it's full of character, but I think I want to add some decorative trim around this window and this window just to frame it a little bit more, rather than it just feeling like kind of an inset random sized window. It does mean that curtains and blinds are interesting in this house because we have to custom make them because of how random the sizes are. This beam across here I think was added at some point by previous owners, maybe sort of 25 years ago. Josh is going to stain it to match the stain on the wood down here. We also decided to do kind of a butcher's block wood down here. I will be adding a cushion and decorative things. We'll have that to match up there, and the dining room bench that we have also added is also butcher's block wood and quite thick, chunky, nice. Again, IKEA. I'm very impressed with IKEA. Oh, I forgot to say that the worktops are quartz worktops. They are beautiful and custom made. This was the thing that we did splash out on the most. I was really keen for something that was going to add value to the house, that just looks nice. It's got some character in it. It's the marble, the quartz with the sort of line, jiggly lines through is what I call them. But yeah, I've been really enjoying that. Coming back to this space, this is obviously our sink space, and the sink is my favorite bit. My children are being unbelievably patient, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm so proud of them. But I will just quickly talk through this little area. So this is the only part of the kitchen that we also have the backsplash on, not least to cut down on price, but also because we're going to add paneling around here and some tiles around the oven as well. So sort of mixing it up a bit, which feels a bit outrageous, but that's what we're doing, and that's what we went for. So no regrets, hopefully. We have gone kind of for a butler style double sink, which is incredible. I've been washing up here. My daughter can do stuff in that sink. We can share the sink at the same time, dirty, clean, wash fruit and veg. I just absolutely would recommend a double sink. I've been loving it. And this tap was such a good find. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous and is from Amazon, so I will leave that linked for you down below. I am very impressed with it. And then we've just put some little decorative baskets here. I will be finding some drain cover things that also match the style of that. This washing machine and tumble dryer was in our previous kitchen. Again, we've actually kept all of the appliances. We've kept the fridge, the oven, dishwasher, tumble dryer and washing machine just for ease, price, cost. We didn't need to change it, so we're quite happy with how it is. I think if I did change it, I would have gone integrated everything, but it just added so much money and we were sort of on a limited budget. So we thought, well, we'll cover it, and then what I might do is get a pole with some curtains over this just to add to that cottage feel. But it's super functional. It's a little thing, but one thing I've been loving is that they open this way and this way so that you can change the washing straight over. And it's a little thing in length, my friends, but it's all about those little things that make us very happy, especially when we spend so much time in a space. And then under the sink, we have gone for drawers because we have got a custom built sort of gap down here for the bin to slot right into, which just means it's tucked in and it's out the way. And Josh really liked our current bin for some reason, so we need to we decided to keep that. I might do a curtain across there as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, one, if that's too much curtain, and two, whether it's practical and easy to use, but to constantly faff with a curtain every time you need to use the bin, I'm not sure. For our window dressing, this window is quite large, but it's not kind of the Victorian tall large, it's just wide and an awkward size, and it's a very old window. So I think ideally we would replace it, but right now, no, not in the budget, not in the plan. So I'm gonna try and decorate it nice as much as I can and do with what I can with the window. I think we're gonna go for a wooden windowsill, kind of in this warm wood, just again to bring that depth, bring that warmth into the space. So a wooden windowsill there and a wooden windowsill there. I think my other option would be white wooden windowsill, but I'm kind of leaning towards the rustic wooden feel. And there, again, just a little bit of depth. And then on the windows here, this is where I'm lost, my friends. This is where I need advice. The outside of the window, the outside and the inside currently need a clean because of all the renovation dust and things. Hopefully I'm gonna get on that today. But actually the inside of the window is where it's dirty. Like between the glass, it's in the middle there. So it's impossible to clean without taking the window out. So that is why they do need replacing, because I can clean the outside and the inside, but inside the kitchen and then outside, but it's in the middle that it's actually got the dirt in it, so it always looks dirty, which is such a shame because it's this big beautiful window, but it needs replacing. So I'm wondering about a cafe style curtain across, maybe some kind of plastic film on the outside, just to maybe for a little bit more privacy, but still brings in the light, because it's really important to me that the light comes in, because we are north facing here, so it's quite a dark space really, hence all of the lighting, the lamps, and wanting to keep the windows as bright as possible. You will have to let me know what you think on that one. I'd like to replace the handles on the windows. Is that an easy thing to do? I'm not sure. I was also wondering about shutter blinds, but custom made, it's just you have to have a very large budget. And we try to do all of this on a budget, and we need to get our handles as well. I'm slightly torn between cup handles or kind of long, thin ones with like a ceramic middle to match the ceramic handles here. I think that's where I'm leaning, but yes, still lots to do, and it's been absolutely wonderful to have this as it is now. It almost feels brand new, to the point where I could probably leave it as it is and forget that there are still lots of things that are undone. But it is so nice cooking in here, being in here again, and just feeling like we have a very normal space. The past few weeks have just been utterly crazy. We've had a makeshift kitchen in the hallway. Which has been interesting and not so fun to live with, but we are so blessed and thankful that this is where we're at the moment, and yeah, it's feeling good, and we're enjoying the space as much as we can. And then we move on to the dining room, and there's so much decorating, so stay tuned, because there's going to be lots of charity shopping, lots of decorating, lots of exciting stuff to come as we just move our way through the house and build a home here. Just to talk you through a little bit of the dining room, we decided to drop the work surface down and add a chunky wooden surface and have that as a bench going all the way across the dining room. I'll show you some of my inspiration pictures for the dining room space. That includes things like bookshelves, a library wall, a rustic pine table. The table that we've got at the moment is perfectly usable and still very much a part of our day-to-day, so we're not getting rid of that anytime soon. However, if I find the right one on Facebook Marketplace, I will decide to sell this one and bring in a new one, which would be very exciting. I've also got to make the cushion for the dining room bench, and I'm planning on doing that with a couple of friends, maybe my mother-in-law as well, and then Josh has got to build a paneling around the back of the bench, and then we will see what colours we go for. We've got to decorate the trim of the door and the trim of the windows, add curtains, finish the fireplace around. We've got a rustic brick fireplace with a big old log burner. We need to decorate that well and finish all the edges around it, and maybe finish off some of the brick. There's just so much to do, but I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. And thank you so much for your patience and for watching this video and enjoying my new kitchen with me. And you'll be spending a lot of time with me too in here as I feed my family, do homemaking, and live in our English Rose cottage. So thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. God bless.